This video is not for the masses. It is for the small group of women, primarily Gen X, maybe some boomers, maybe some millennials, who are on board with the fact that taking a break is needed and are in the midst of trying to figure out whether or not you're ready, how you can go about doing it with all the responsibilities, everything that you have on your plate. You are who I am doing this particular series for. My name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X big sister. And for this series, I am revisiting my summer sabbatical of 2022. And it's been ironic to find out that it has been more for me than for anybody else. But hopefully there are a few people out there that can get something from this. It has been quite a journey for me just to rewatch them back. Most of them I haven't seen for 4 years, and my life it has drastically changed since I took my sabbatical 4 years ago. And that is why I am sharing this with you. Not only am I also getting sort of another level of healing by watching them back, I'm also getting validation, and I'm feeling proud of where I've made progress, where things have shifted in a good direction and all that kind of stuff. So like revisiting my old self has been kind of cool. And if you have the chance to do something like this, I would recommend that. And if you're thinking about taking a break, taking a sabbatical, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. And hopefully there's like little bits and pieces of things that I did that might trigger some thoughts and ideas for you. Now, this video, I'm not looking forward to watching it, to be honest with you. I have no idea what's on it. All I know is that it's day 83, and my entire sabbatical was about 92 days, I think. It was like the whole summer, June, July, August. This is day 83, and it's called Revisiting Pain. I think I referenced it a little bit in the previous video diary when I talked about really trying to let go of more of my grief over some previous traumas. So it's possible that this one's about this, but I don't know. So let's check it out, see what it's about. Buckle up. Hello, everyone. Coming at you live from the Wilmington River Walk. This is just one little piece of it, and I just wanted to stop and make a real quick vlog continuing from yesterday's entry. So I mentioned that there were some good parts about watching the first 30 days of my vlog over again. Kind of reconnected me with why I started this project and what my goals were around sabbatical and everything else. And I also mentioned that it wasn't all pleasant to rewatch them back, and that maybe it was too soon. Excuse me. So the parts that was less pleasant to rewatch the first 30 days back was to revisit the state of mind that I was in just prior to starting this project. So of course the feelings and what I was going through and where I was emotionally and mentally definitely bled into my summer sabbatical. But it was a reminder of how I was feeling at the time. I could see the pain and the exhaustion, the weariness on my face, even though I still have wrinkles and I still look tired sometimes. There was something else that I could just see in those early entries. And the other piece was seeing bits and pieces of Laguna. For some reason, I'm definitely mourning the loss of that hometown, and so I felt the pang, that pang that you feel when you're really missing something or when you're grieving something. So that was coming up as well. So while it was great to see that I've, this has been the experience that I was hoping it would be, there was also some reminders that were just a little, it was a little tough. It was tough to see. And I felt myself energetically going back there. In fact, afterwards, I was so exhausted, I ended up taking like a 45-minute nap because I just feel like energetically it just brought me back there. So I won't be rewatching those again for a while. Although maybe some of the more recent ones I'd like to rewatch just to see. Sometimes it just stirs up some additional observations, or I was wondering if through the perspective and the lens of today, if I would have any additional or different thoughts or feelings, etc. So that's it. Just a quick note to say that. Have a great day, everybody. Bye. I think it was probably too soon for me to watch the first 30 days. I definitely think that's what it is, or that's what it was. Because this time, 4 years later, rewatching it back, I did not have the same experience. Yes, I could tap into how I was feeling at that time, even when I was at the lowest of lows, but there was enough distance from it, and I could do it from a more observation standpoint. I could kind of look at what was the circumstances, what led up to it, what contributed to it, what helped pull me out of it. Like, looking at it now has been really, really helpful and educational to find out, like, how did I pull myself out of the depths? How did I create such a complex plan? I mean, I was starting over in like all areas of my life. Like, how did I do all that when I wasn't at my best? And how did I go about getting clarity when I didn't have any clarity? Like, I was so clouded. All I knew was that I needed to get out of where I was and what I was doing. And so I've found it very helpful to look back on that now and to figure it out. And I mean, that's why I've created the framework that I have. That's why I created the permission to pause program, how to design your pre-retirement. All of what I've learned with that whole process, I put into that on-demand video workshop. So if you're in that place, if you're still figuring it out, you got clouds over your head, or you're foggy and you can't get clear, check that out. I'll put the link to it in the video description here. But it's interesting that it affected me to that. I mean, that tells me I was still in it at this time. I'm still starting to look clearer and more focused, and starting to sound more focused, which was cool to see in this one and the video from yesterday. But I think revisiting pain from a distance can be helpful when you're out of it, when you're in a better place, but not to wallow in it. I'm not surprised that it wiped me out energetically and that I had to take a nap afterwards. That's not surprising. That makes sense that it would that would be draining. You can go back to the beginning of this show on this particular playlist on this channel to see those first 30 days and how I spoke, what I was talking about. And you could see it on my face, and if you look in my eyes, you can see it in my eyes where I was, and you can kind of watch the process of pulling myself up out of that. So uh, let me know where you are in your journey. Let me know what you connect with or don't connect with. I love hearing your stories. That's been the best part of this channel, has been the women that I've met virtually and in real life, and the stories that I've heard. I mean, it strengthens me. I feel the collective strength and energy of all of us in this together. So, my name is Amy Palmer. I am your Gen X Big Sister signing out.